All right. Shalom. Make sure this is going. All right. First and foremost, I'll give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Kwakadash. Double honors to L's apostles, GMS. Peace, salutations, blessed, and Akim. Laboring is true. Shalom, hope for elect. And I'll get into a little lesson called labeled news and prophecy. I'm gonna go into a news report. Lord willing, this will be edifying lesson. This is the news report from the September 2nd. So you get precept here, and I'll get into the news. All right, this is Second Ezra, chapter 16, verse 2. Gird up yourselves with cloths and sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? Okay.
Tonight, Ida's deadly march north, flash flooding, tornadoes, and the states of emergency. The storm pummeling the East Coast. In New York City, the first flash flood emergency ever. Subways running through waterfalls, people dying inside their basement apartments. Plus, the home explosion caught on camera after floodwaters rushed inside. Tornadoes striking near Philadelphia. Also tonight, desperation when Ida first came ashore. Hundreds of thousands still without power. And this just in, some nursing home residents dying. Officials blaming Hurricane Ida. Plus, the Supreme Court declining to block Texas's restricted new abortion law. What other states are now planning to do? Car prices are they about to go even higher? Why a major American automaker is saying it's halting production at most assembly plants. Podcast star Joe Rogan's announcement he has COVID, revealing the controversial treatment he took. The FDA warning it could put you in the hospital. The NBC News exclusive, Surviving Surfside. You'll hear for the first time from a family who made it out alive as their floor was collapsed.
This is NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt.
Good evening, I'm Tom Yamas in for Lester. Tonight, states of emergency across the Northeast after Ida took one last full turn, causing torrential rain, catastrophic flooding, and a tornado outbreak. The shocking images still coming in. Take a look at this. Homes on fire in the middle of flooded neighborhoods. Connecticut State from dying after his cruiser was swept away in New York City, water cascading into substations.
Hey, Shalom Akim.
Record-shattering rainfall prompted an unprecedented flash flood emergency in the city. And the home explosion, you saw it right there, caught on camera after authorities say flooding may have caused a gas leak. Multiple tornadoes also reported, one touching down outside of Philadelphia. Several homes reduced to rubble. Now at least 39 deaths from Maryland to New York. Stephanie Goss leads us off in New Jersey. And Steph, we see the effects of Ida right there behind you.
We could see 4 cars, Tom, and there may be even more. It gives you an idea of just how fast the water rose in this region. People had to abandon their cars to save their lives.
Half the town is currently underwater.
In the light of day, the storm damage on display. The danger far from over. Water kept rising. The stranded rescued by helicopter. In Mamaroneck, New York, boats carried them to safety.
We lost everything,
Similar scenes in Pennsylvania and New Jersey.
Look at that tornado!
Where tornadoes also touched down. This neighborhood outside Philadelphia ripped apart. Ida was no longer a hurricane when it hit the Northeast, but it was no less a punishing storm. Dropping so much rain so quickly, New York City was overwhelmed. More than 3 inches in Central Park in just 1 hour, smashing the previous record. Waterfalls gushed into subway tunnels. In Queens, passengers had to jump on their seats, the bus driving through a river that used to be a street. Emergency crews worked tirelessly to rescue people, but they couldn't get to everyone.
They got stuck in the back and they couldn't come out.
A mother and son drowned in their basement apartment. New York City's mayor, frustrated, said the city was caught off guard.
I think we now understand that every attempt at projection, bluntly, is failing us. From now on, what I
All right. So let me get a precept real quick. Had issues with this sound here, so bear with me. It's Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes chapter 3. I'll start verse 14. I know that whatsoever the Most High doeth, it shall be forever. Nothing can be put to it, nor anything taken from it. The Most High doeth it, that men should fear before him. That which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been. And the Most High requireth that which is past. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and a place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. Okay. Verse 17, I say in my heart, Most High shall judge the righteous and the wicked, for there is a time there for every purpose and for every word. So, through the Spirit, Yahawashi, we understand that judgment is going out in a mass scale on the earth right now. We're seeing destruction all over the earth. So I'm gonna continue on here.
The Schuylkill River rose fast, sweeping cars along with it. In Rahway, New Jersey, floodwaters filled a home that later exploded because of a suspected gas leak. That explosion captured by a camera across the street. This nursing home had to evacuate all of its residents. What looks like rapids racing past the front doors. How quickly did the water rise?
It was very quick. By the time we got here, we put marks on the ground to know where the water levels were. And by the time we got the first patient out of the facility, that mark was already gone.
Steph joins us now. Still a dangerous scene in so many parts of the region. And Steph, residents still told to be careful?
Yeah, they are, Tom, because, I'm along the Raritan River, and although it has crested, it's going to stay at major flood stage, which means they have another night battling the water. Tom?
Stephanie Gosk leading us off tonight. Steph, thank you. And these powerful storms hitting with a shocking force, including in many places that aren't used to extreme weather. Tonight, many taken by surprise, worried about what's coming next. Tonight, from New York City subway riders dodging urban rapids to families losing personal treasures in flooded homes, many feeling the extreme reach of extreme weather. In Maplewood, New Jersey, floodwaters killed one man and rocked an entire community. Homeowners like Amy Kramer say the power of the storm took her by surprise and took out her basement.
Started getting texts from friends. And people were freaking out. They're like, what's going on? What do we do?
Today, they surveyed the damage. The water came up to here.
Yes.
At any point, did you start to get scared?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got scared. We wondered about the foundation and if this house was built in 1927.
Like so many in this community, she had no flood insurance. Maplewood hasn't seen a flood like this in decades. Just a few days ago, what was a hurricane along the Gulf Coast?
So the eye wall of Hurricane Ida is now approaching New Orleans, and we are feeling those hurricane gusts somewhere around 85 miles per hour.
Its remnants bringing extreme weather to places that are not used to it.
Warming atmosphere is going to make heat waves hotter. It's making wildfire seasons longer, and it's making these flooding events more extreme.
The question tonight, can cities be better prepared? Some New York City subways closed down again due to rushing water. It seems to be happening more frequently.
The subway system is not a submarine.
Salakia, I was muted. Salakia. All right, so let me get a precept here. June 29. This is Job, chapter 19, verse 29. Be ye afraid of the sword, for wrath bringeth the punishments of the sword, that ye may know there is a judgment. Okay, and whether the sword come in the form of Esau Edom, whether it come in the form of famine, pestilence, it's all bringing forth punishments. All right, punishments for judgment. Via Yahawashi. All right, back in 2nd Ezra chapter 16, I'll get 3 again and read on down a little. A sword is sent among you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? All right, let me get this real quick. Second Ezra chapter 15. I'll start with verse 7, I think. I'll start verse 5. Second Ezra 15, verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, Yahawashi, I'll bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And why? Why is all this coming upon the world? For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore saith the Lord, Yahawashi, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood cried unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. All right. And I'll get this one real quick. Things run slow. Let's see. This is 2 Peter. 2 Peter chapter 2. I'll start verse 4. For the Most High spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness, to be reserved unto judgment, and spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the 8th person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them example unto those that should live ungodly, and delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. Okay, wasn't going to, deliver just law. He is righteous, just. He is vexed with the filthy conversation, the manner of life of the wicked. All right, and us, whom hearkening to this word, Yahawashi, and trying our best to, live that righteous way. We're vexed with the filthy conversation of this wicked world. These devils are totally turn everything to wickedness, to evil. All right. Dang, I misspelled that. Isaiah chapter 29. Isaiah chapter 29. I'll start verse 14. I'll start verse 13. Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as my people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me. Okay? You go into that word heart, and it's a law, your mind. All right? No matter how much these people of the world, they say, oh, I love the Most High. I believe. They honor with their mouth and their lips, but the Most High Yahawashi ain't in their thoughts, ain't in their heart. Says, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men. Okay, so again, people are lacking the fear of Yahawashi in these times. All right. You got a lot of these false pastors in these churches, saying, God loves everybody, yada yada, laws are done away with, and that's causing error, and that's causing the tribes primarily to go off, causing confusion. These devils, they deceive and they cause confusion. That's why Babylon the Great, break down that word Babel, means confusion. This place over here in America, Babylon the Great, is nothing but utter and complete wickedness and confusion. Verse 14, therefore, behold, I will proceed to do a marvelous work among this people, even a marvelous work and a wonder. For the wisdom of the wise men shall perish, and the understanding of the prudent men shall be hid. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? All right, and that's starting with the wicked elite. They move in secrecy, trying to hide their wicked counsel from the Lord. All right. This is verse 16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For should a work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? All right, and then another precept was it, he that formed the eye, he you don't think he can see, or he that formed the ear, he can't hear. If I can get that, Lord willing. This is Psalms 94:9. I'll start at verse. I'll start verse 5. Psalms 94:5. They break in pieces thy people, O Lord, and afflict thine heritage. They slay the widow and the stranger and murder the fatherless. Yet they say, the Lord shall not see, neither shall the power of Jacob regard it. Understand, ye brutish among the people, and ye fools, when will ye be wise? He that planted the ear, shall he not hear? He that formed the eye, shall he not see? Okay, again, everything that's happening upon this earth is judgment, going forth, via Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi. So, at the end of the day, that's what it is. I'm going to continue on here with this video, so I'm going to mute this.
The head of the transit system in New York telling me in some cases they can build better, but with extreme weather seeming to ramp up, Mother Nature seems to always be one step ahead.
This is no longer a freak accident. You think this is a clear pattern?
Listen, I'm not a climatologist, but all the professionals are saying that extreme weather events are becoming more frequent and that we have to prepare for this.
And the brutal conditions in the Gulf not getting any better. Desperate families pounded by Ida, struggling to get food, water, and gas, and still without power. And late news tonight about a new tragedy involving nursing home residents. Morgan Chesky reports.
Tonight. Mounting and fear setting in as Hurricane Ida's impact only deepens.
Just don't want to cry anymore. I'm tired. Yeah. And burning up at night, you wake up, you feel like you're in hell.
Just outside New Orleans, Tawny Ellison still has power lines draped over her car.
How you holding up?
Sweating to death.
The 76-year-old wants a tarp for her roof leak from Ida, but can't afford it now. So she waits, like so many others, in brutal heat and widespread power outages. For residents here, every bag of ice, a potential lifesaver.
I have nets that need to be on ice.
Neighbors and National Guard distributing essentials as residents struggle to recover. Ida's death toll still rising. The state confirming 4 nursing home residents died after being evacuated with 850 others.
So, Locke, I don't know if I had this mute off. Yeah. So, Locke, yeah, I keep forgetting. I got to go down here and click this little deal. If not, I'll get an echo on the video. But I read Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. So you got a lot of mourning going on, because the way the way these devils had everything set up, you know. But this is Jeremiah 16, verse 17. For my eyes are upon all their ways. They are not hid from my face, neither is their iniquity hid from my eyes. All right.
To this warehouse now.
Under investigation. In hard-hit Homa, lines for vital supplies force some to wait for hours. Expectant mother Megan Knockin needs everything. But today...
Mainly water because we have kids. Oh, yeah. It's tough.
Every day, a new struggle forcing many to make hard choices. Are you going to stay?
I don't know. The way I've been feeling, I feel like I might just stick a for sale sign and say as is.
An uncertain future shared by so many from a storm taking so much.
Morgan joins us now. And Morgan, we're hearing more and more about people with medical needs stuck without power. What are officials going to do to help them?
Yeah, Tom, right now the city of New Orleans prepping this convention center to specifically house.
All right, so another precept here, because this is just what it is. Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 5. You gonna find yourself in a bad position if you're looking for help from men. You're looking for help from the wicked, the oppressors. Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 5. Thus said the Lord, Yahawah, cursed be the man that trusteth in man and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from the Lord. All right. This is why it's important, in these times that we in, to repent, pray, and hearken to this truth, hearken to Yahawashi to the best of our abilities, because hey, we in them times. This is Ecclesiasticus of Sirach, chapter 5, verse 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. Okay? So that day, the day of vengeance, day of the Lord, it's gonna come. Whether you're ready or not, the Lord would say you come like a thief in the night. This is Isaiah 55 verse 6. Seek ye the Lord, Yahawah, while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. All right, let the wicked forsake his way, and the righteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord, Yahawah, and he will have mercy upon him and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. All right. So yeah, it's very, very important, these times that we're in, that we're leaning on the Lord, trusting the Lord, and lean on their own understanding, through the with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, through the power and spirit, we understand, everything that's happening, whether it be death on earth, whether it be these plagues, these pestilences, the destruction, whatever it is, Yahawah in control. Isaiah 45:7, Deuteronomy 32:39. At the end of the day, this is all judgment going forth upon the earth, and it should wake people up to understand, that Yahawah is pissed off at this place. But people are lost, man. And that's just what it is. That's why Babylon the Great ain't gonna be healed. It's gonna be destroyed. All right, so continuing on here.
house those disabled or people with specific critical medical needs. The mayor saying they plan to have 100 beds at the start, but can certainly expand. Tom?
Still a dire situation there in New Orleans. All right, Morgan, thank you. Now to another breaking story in Washington, where the Supreme Court just cleared the way for a controversial abortion law in Texas. It's a major blow for the abortion rights movement. For other states, though, the divisive ruling could be a blueprint towards their own laws. Katie Beck reports.
A divided Supreme Court decision causing more divide across the country.
Everyone deserves to have the ability to decide if and when to carry a child.
A late night 5-4 vote allows the country's most restrictive abortion law to stand in Texas. Justices denying the request to block the law, saying abortion providers failed to make their case that the court should step in. The law forbids abortion.
All right. So, you heard Wicked Eve, talking about we all had that right, yada yada. Well, you had that right, yeah, by not spreading your legs and taking the rod. All right, and I mean that's that right there. You know what I mean? That's just like saying, I'm gonna drive drunk, and if I get in a wreck or kill somebody or get pulled over and go to jail, it's like saying you ain't responsible for it. You know what I mean? You're responsible for your actions. And these women of this day, they don't want to deal with that. They want to go out and, be hoes and, can't keep their legs closed and get knocked up and then just go and kill off, had the baby aborted. At the end of the day, Yahawashi going to deal with them. You know what I mean? At least they repent. I understand, we was all kind of off in the way, like even my woman, she talked about if I got her pregnant, again, she's going to go try to get an abortion. I told her how I feel about it. You know what I mean? But, it's just part of, this westernized way of life where these women, they think they're right, they think they're right in their own mind. All right. And in Babylon, Esau the wicked, they push all this wickedness, down people's throat through the media, through the TV, the television, telling your vision, oh, this is how it is now. The old ways are done away with. The old ways worked fine. People lived a lot longer. People, the world, it was better, okay? But as soon as everybody starts, falling after these devils, falling after the way of the wicked, then things start getting bad. All right. But we understand, that's just what it is. We're living in this hellacious state,
Abortions after cardiac activity is detected, typically at 6 weeks, and allows citizens to sue anyone who assisted someone to get an abortion after that time. President Biden vowing to challenge the law with powerful federal resources, saying it unleashes unconstitutional chaos. Meanwhile, defenders of the law call it incredible progress. Florida and South Dakota already making moves toward adopting their own.
It clearly is going to send a signal to all the states that are interested in banning abortions.
Advocates of abortion rights predict a firestorm of similar legislation.
Roe versus Wade is a dead letter in Texas today.
You use the word sneaky to describe the Texas law. What's sneaky about it?
So what they've done is said, we're not going to enforce the law. We're going to empower individuals to be able to sue people to stop them from having abortions. We're going to try to get someone else to do our dirty work for us.
The issue again heads to the Supreme Court in coming months. Katie Beck, NBC News.
And we're back in 60 seconds with more breaking news about why already sky-high car prices could go up even more. Plus our exclusive, a family who survived that Florida condo collapse, how they made it out alive. Stay with us. And we're back with more breaking news, this time about a major American automaker stopping down production as car prices are already sky high. Tom Costello joins us now. And Tom, at the core of this, these automakers say they are low on computer chips critical to make these cars.
Yeah, Tom, good evening. General Motors temporarily shutting down most of its North American plant operations this month because of that worldwide computer chip shortage. We're told SUV and truck models most likely will be affected by all of this. GM following similar announcements from Ford, Nissan, and Toyota. Asian chip factories have been hit hard by the COVID Delta variant.
All right, and here they go, talking about, the shortage of chips, you know what I mean? And they say, the industry's hit hard due to, this thing that's going on, yada da. But hey, you know what I mean? So, hey, like the brothers, the brothers say, what's really going on? You know what I mean? You tell me these devils are that damn stupid that they gonna build all these cars knowing that they ain't got chips to put in them? No, they about to cut back because they plan on chipping everybody up and depopulating, through the Vanessa. They don't need all these cars. You know what I mean?
Variant, forcing some factories to close, and that's led to a shortage of both new and used vehicles, sending car prices even higher, hitting a record price average in August of $41,000. Anyone who needs a new car may find very few options in the weeks ahead, potentially meaning even higher prices on dealer lots. Tom?
Average price $40,000. All right, Tom, thank you. And there's new fallout tonight after podcast star Joe Rogan announced that
The ICU at Billings Clinic in Montana is nearing 150% capacity, and the hospital is asking the National Guard for help.
I would not wish this stuff on like my worst enemy at all.
Patrick Bershia has been here more than a week. He's just 24 years old.
Do you parasite drug that the FDA has warned people to avoid? And there's new fallout tonight after podcast star Joe Rogan announced that he has.
The ICU at
Meantime, more doctors and nurses on the front line say they're combating COVID misinformation, with some ICUs overwhelmed. NBC's Gabe Gutierrez goes inside one of those hospitals tonight.
The ICU at Billings Clinic in Montana is nearing 150% capacity, and the hospital is asking the National Guard for help.
I would not wish this stuff on like my worst enemy at all.
Patrick Bershia has been here more than a week. He's just 24 years old. Do you regret not getting the vaccine?
Absolutely, I 100% regret it.
During our brief interview, he paused to catch his breath, but he wanted to continue so he could counter what he called misinformation.
That the vaccine was not a real vaccine, that it was like a tracking chip the government was trying to use on us.
That's what
I see how these devils is pushing this madness, you know what I mean? They act like everybody's gonna get sick, and at the end of the day, it's Yahawashi, who controlling life and death. All right, we understand this, and just speaking in my own perspective, I haven't got sick since the beginning of this. Okay, and when it first started, I was homeless, living on riding, living out of my car pretty much. I didn't even wash my hands. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't wear a mask. I don't do none of that. I don't ever get sick. All praise Yahawashi. Okay, and that's what it is. Let me get this real quick. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16, verse 12. For it was neither herb nor mollifying plaister that restored them to health, but thy word, O Lord, Yahawashi, which healeth all things. For thou hast power of life and death. Thou leadest to the gates of hell and bringeth up again. So there it is, you know what I mean? That's it. Yahawah Bashim Yahshai, he healed the word of Yahawah Bashim Yahshai, which healeth all things. And Yahawah Bashim Yahshai has power of life and death. Okay. But these devils, you know, this is just part of their agenda. Let's see if I can. I should have got right there, that one. All right, so this is if you go to the online etymology of the word, of that word right there. If you go to the online etymology, go into the breakdown. The Greek word is pharmakia, right here, or Latin, Greek or Latin pharmakia. It says a healing or harmful medicine, a healing or poisonous herb. All right, a drug, poisonous potion, magic potion. All right. So again, you break down this word, it goes, you know, that word, I don't want to say it because you know how these devils are, but I'll say the Greek word pharmakia. You know, this goes into witchcraft. All right. And I seen brothers, I think it was a brother, Bakwara Moth, here, months back, do a lesson on this. And the brothers was talking about, how you look on like Walgreens and stuff like that. You look on their logo and it's a big pot, it's like a witch's brewing pot, Says continue on down here. This form of pharmakias, a preparer of drugs, a poisoner, a sorcerer. Okay? It says a drug, a poison, filter, charm, spell, enchantment. So these devils, they all about pushing these enchantments. They got a lot of, most of the especially here in Babylon the Great, they got most of the population, eating these pills on some kind of prescription. And I don't know how many times you see these people who are taking all these drugs and prescriptions, they more fucked up than they was when they first started. It's all about money at the end of the day and killing them. These people are through, man. Barry, that's punishment from Yahawah Shem Yahshai. You trust in the devil, you trust in Esau, then you going partake of that, that judgment. You ain't seeking Yahawah Shem Yahshai. There were times, just a little testimony time in my life before I come to this truth. I was having some issues, some heart pain. And it lasted about a month. I thought I had a minor heart attack at one time. I was on my way to the house, and I don't know if it was a panic attack or what, but my heart was hurting. I about fell out. I couldn't even talk, couldn't breathe for like a minute. I ate a little aspirin, and that's pretty much what I was doing, just eating aspirin at the time, but that wasn't helping. You know what I mean? And then I like I said, at that time I wasn't really in the truth that much. I still, seek Yahawah, I still seek the Lord. I didn't know the names and stuff, but I Googled scriptures for the heart, which that's before I even had the understanding of heart, the meaning law of your mind. But I Googled scriptures for the heart, and just started reading through them, and like Yahawashi, the Lord, He healed me. My heart pain went away within a few days, man. Like, and it never come back. So, you know what I mean? That's the power of Yahawashi. I'll continue on here.
That's what's so frustrating to healthcare workers here.
We're here to do our part, but it feels like those choosing to refuse vaccine aren't helping us.
This is the ER. They've set up overflow beds in the hallways. And just this week, the hospital had to divert nearly 30 ambulances to other facilities in just one day. And for some nurses, it's personal. Brad Von Bergen lost his mother and stepfather to COVID last year.
How hard is it to keep doing this? Oh, man, I never thought we'd be in this situation again.
Joey Trawick didn't think so either. He worked at another hospital we visited here in October.
We are broken.
Since then, he came down with COVID and recovered.
There's just something about my brain that has to stay positive.
So would you say you're still broken?
I would say I'm healing.
This deep.
I'll skip through this.
The Gonzalez
daughter,
family, mother and daughter.
I skip through that shit because it's all the same bullshit. That's how these devils they come with the same shit every day. Is in the numbers and yada da. And like I say, if shit was really as bad as they try to make it out to be, then you wouldn't have a 99 point whatever percent cure rate. People would be out here fucking just falling out. They'd be all over the damn place. But hey, you gotta have a spiritual eye to be able to see, through these devils fucking their madness, their lies, their wicked agenda, okay? Because it's all leading up to the MOTB, at the end of the day, and these Vanessas are designed to jack you up, all right? And they're going to keep coming with them until the point where, it's going to be so uncomfortable for everybody that, them bow down to this beast system. They're going to say, hey, we got that one thing that's going to make it all better. And voila, they're going to present it like it's, it's a so-called miracle, you know what I mean? Because that's these devils trying to be like, the Most High, trying to, have full control. And hey, by the end of the day, we see through. So we see through this. Here's a brother, appreciate the water Akim. Hey, Shalom, your true living water, and Shalom, Arazakar. This is Occupy.com. Job chapter 13, verse 4. But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. And that's exactly what it is, at the end of the day. But I'm gonna continue on here and get this, see what they're saying in this little deal. I think this is that one of that thing, that building that collapsed down in Florida, which, as you know, that's another form of judgment, And then you trust in these people, trusting in buildings built with man, These I don't like getting in no, you know what I mean? Big. I wouldn't want to live in one of them big apartment buildings, however many floors. You know what I mean? It's just like, man, keep my ass on the ground. Unless I'm in a chariot. You know what I mean? Man, riding in the airplane here a while back. It's like last year sometimes. And man, it's like, Lord, hey, don't let this plane wreck. You know what I mean? Because some of it started shaking and shit. It's like, man, I can't believe people actually get in these things. Man, it's crazy.
Attention,
This
foodies.
fusion of
With
prime
this
rib
fusion of
steak,
prime rib
melted
steak,
provolone.
melted
I'll
provolone.
mute this ad for a second. I don't want to hear that shit.
"70 days ago, Edgar Gonzalez among the 98 who died.
I want to know why my husband lost his life. I want to know why they don't have their father.
The three were on the bed in the master bedroom. They'd just finished watching a late-night horror movie when, at around 1:30 a.m., it sounded like thunder.
It just felt like an earthquake.
I remember Mom yelling run and dragging me out of bed.
And I just screamed, run, and just, kept screaming to run. And then the floor just started to cave.
Do you remember the sensation of it going down?
I do. It's indescribable. I can't even describe it to you.
Their condo was on the 9th floor. Devin and her mother fell with the building 5 stories.
Whoever thinks a building's gonna collapse on you, just never. I'm sorry.
16-year-old Devin's left leg was crushed. Her femur snapped. A standout volleyball player, she is expected to fully recover in just months. Angela, still in a wheelchair, recently took her first steps. Edgar's wedding band, a tangible treasure of the husband and father they lost.
Saying goodnight and I love you and I see you in the morning was a lot better than a goodbye, because it's like, I'll see you later. But I'm glad I had that.
Kerry Sanders, NBC News, Surfside, Florida.
And when we come back, we take you to Broadway. That's right, it's opening back up tonight. The cast returning to the stage after the pandemic hit close to home.
All right, then, yeah, I ain't gonna get that. Go ahead. That's all the news for now. But you see how they end. Broadway's opening back up. But wait, if it's in New York, then you can't come unless you have that passport, or I think that's what it is, a passport, or you have to prove that you were tested or whatever, something like that. And you notice, Louisiana, New Orleans, and places around there, and then New York got all that flooding, and they the ones that coming out pushing that pushing that passport, and, they restricting all the restaurants, the clubs, the this and that, for people who are fully Vanessa'd. All right, so this is 2 Ezra, chapter 15, verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I'll bring them with the mighty hand and stretched out arm. And that mighty hand, is referring to Yahawashi, when you come back and gather the elect, stretch out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. And all the land thereof, America, is going to be destroyed, via the ICBM missiles. All right. It says, Egypt shall mourn, which America's modern day Egypt, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with plagues and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. Okay. They that till the ground shall mourn, for the seed shall fail through the blasting hell and with a fearful consolation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, sword in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. They shall not regard the kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their way, and shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And we seeing all this, all right? We're seeing, the man shall desire to go into another city, and the sedition, especially over there in, these other countries, where it'd be like Italy or Australia, places like that, Canada, And then you can't get on the airline, you can't fly, over here in America, you can't go places unless you have that proof, that passport dilly. So, that's just the times we're in. Yahawashi gonna keep bringing judgment forth throughout this earth, because everybody living in wickedness. Everybody, they ain't seeking Yahawashi, and that, hey, it's prophesied. It's a prophecy. All right, so this is 2 Ezra 16, verse 6. May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire and stubble when it hath begun to burn? May one turn again the arrow that shot of a strong archer? The mighty Lord Yahawashi sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can driveth them away? All right, and these plagues are sent forth, via Yahawashi. Whatever shape, form, or fashion it's coming in, it's coming. And, ain't nobody going to drive them away. Okay? So, the hopeful elect, us Aquatim in this truth, we just got to, keep the faith and endure to the end, Lord willing, we be a part of that, elect, that hopeful number. Yeah, brother. Arazakar. Yeah, brought out 2 Ezra 15, 16. Salakia. 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 6 again. Yeah, brother. That's what I brought that out, but I'll get it again. Yeah, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. That's why Yahawashi, is bringing these plagues upon the world, sword, famine, death, and destruction. All right. But I guess I'll go ahead and wrap it up. I ate the water Akium, for the precepts and tuning in. Yahawashi Yahashai, Barakathon, to all you Akium, Aquatim, everybody, all the brothers, starting with the elders on down, GMS and like-minded brothers, that's hearing this word, pushing this word, and hearkening to Yahawashi Yahashai and truth and sincerity, Barakathon, and Lord willing, Yahawashi Yahashai keep that spirit on us and keep us, strong in this thing, and enduring to the end, like the water Akim. So with that, I'll say, Kal Halaim La Yahawah, Bashim Yahawashai, Bashim Kwakadash, Brakata Yahawah, Brakata Yahawashai, Bashim Kwakadash, Ababa DTA, and Shalom.